Kick is up, has the accuracy, and it is good. Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Okay, there we go. Yeah, again, right as I started, the laptop crashed and it hard reset itself, so I have to reopen everything now. Right before kickoff, we're good. That's just my luck. But we're here. Yeah, I do not miss having to use this laptop for a second. There's Cam Newton getting the crowd hyped for this one. Hopefully Carolina will be able to keep this close and this isn't an Indiana Oregon situation from last night. Nice. Oh yeah, he's gonna break that drum. Oh no, it held up better than when Luke Kuechly banged it in Germany those years, Germany, London, whatever, like those years ago. Hey, cool. All right, yep, the Panthers will be getting the ball first in this one. So we'll see Bryce Young and his Carolina offense first. It is interesting to have Greg Olsen on the call for this game. This is one where I do wish I was down south so I can actually hear it still. I don't believe you sent week 18 either. I say 15 miles per hour winds. Okay, it's gonna be a windy one. All right, so the Rams set to send this one down. And yeah, it's windy. They have to send out Harrison Mevis to hold for the kickoff here. And wildcard weekend is underway from Carolina. Kick going to be returned beginning from the 15, space out past the 30, past the 35, and down to the 36. So Carolina will start from there. Not a great kick. Oh well. All right, Bryce Young. Again, back in week 13 when these two teams played, he had a solid showing. Wasn't anything like too special. See how this one goes. Young under center, back behind him, two receiving options to each side, ball on their own 36. Making some adjustments at the line. Man in motion left to right. Young gonna hand this off up the middle for Rico Dowdle, and that's a gain of a yard. All right, so that's how the playoffs start. Oh yeah, the Panthers got Robert Hunt back this week. The Panthers got Robert Hunt back this week. It's a great addition for their offensive line. He was great in Miami. He signed a big deal in Carolina. It's been solid for them as well. So 2nd and 9, Young in shotgun, back to his right, three receiving options to the left. Going to look to throw for the first time today. Young with some time. Pass left side, going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Xavier Legette. Going to be a 3rd and 9 coming up. I saw that Xavier Legette arrived to the stadium today riding on horseback. And that is probably the most Xavier Legette thing that could have happened. An early 3rd and 9 for Carolina on this opening drive. Young in shotgun, back to his right, three receivers to the left. Ball on their own 37-ish yard line. Play clock winding down to get the snap off in time as Young looks to throw. Pass left side is an open Xavier Legette. Gonna find space, breaks off one tackle, and eventually can be brought down at the 45. Not enough for the first, it's a gain of 8. And we'll see what the Panthers decide to do early here on 4th and 1. And there's Chris Shula on the sideline. It was reported about 2 hours or so before this game that the Miami Dolphins have filed a request to interview Chris Shula for their head coaching job. Pretty sure that was also the case for the DC job a few years ago. They wanted Chris Shula to be it. grandson of the great Don Shula. Would be interesting to have him back in Miami. Young under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to go for it on 4th and 1 early. Young rolling right, buying time. Still looking pass, incomplete. The Panthers go 3 and out on their turnover on downs on their opening drive. And the Rams will have excellent starting field position for Matthew Stafford and this offense. Yeah. And that typically is how things play out with them. Yeah. I mean, you can only hope for so many outcomes and have it play out that way, especially later on in the seasons. Stafford throwing, has time, pass over the middle, caught by Puka Nacua, gets past the 30 to the 29. So a gain of roughly 16 for the Rams on the first play of the game. Solid start. If the Panthers can't get pass rushing, this one's going to be a long game for them. Stafford in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Going to hand this off up the middle. And there's space past the 25 to about the 24 for Kyren Williams. I'm going to be partially rooting for the Bears tonight. Especially like if it's a chance of a blowout. I would want that. As some reports are pointing towards Matt LaFleur potentially being let go from the Packers if tonight doesn't go great for them, and I would gladly take him in Miami. Stafford play action, looking to throw in 2nd and 5, dump off right side for Puka Nacua, gonna have enough for the first, past the 15 and down to roughly the 14, gain of about 10. The Rams are in the red zone for the first time today. Yeah. I'm very interested in that 49ers Eagles game because the Eagles are just a weird team this year. I mean, yeah, the Packers are the main one I think Seattle would want to play. Stafford looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass over the middle. It's open. Puka Nacua strikes first. The Rams take advantage of the turnover on downs. And they're on the board just like that. A 45-yard drive. Puka was lined up in the backfield. And yeah, that's the matchup you're looking for. And this is already a rough start for Carolina. All right, Harrison Mevis on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's right down the middle. Like the NFC this year is weird because of the fact that a lot of the NFC West is just fantastic. Because there's not a good matchup for Seattle besides the Packers, and you're most likely not going to be playing them. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe if you can find a way to get Carolina, you would do it, but I do not think that's possible. As we're at commercial break. At commercial break. And it's fair to be paranoid about the 49ers. It's like, aside from y'all's game against them in week 18, the 49ers were red hot the final month or so of the season. So it's fair to be wary of them. Yep, at commercial break. That's true as well to a degree. Their game against Chicago was just them outplaying that Bears defense. But yeah, besides that, it's definitely like quality of defense, a little bit of a question. And waiting for the Carolina next drive. Yeah, that's true as well. I guess I'm always kind of just like thinking about the games against the Packers, and maybe a little bit over expecting the Packers at that stage. We'll see. We'll find out this weekend, and especially tonight with the Bears. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 4, space out past the 15, past the down to about the 20. Great tackle there to hold the return. So the Panthers will start from their own 20. Yeah, but again, with it being in Chicago, it's like it shouldn't matter that they're an inexperienced playoff team, but it still very well might. Kind of feel that same way about the Patriots right now. Young and shotgun looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass right side, going to be caught. Pass the 25 to about the 27. I could totally see the Packers doing to Chicago what they did to Dallas a few years ago. It would be funny if that was the case, but I kind of doubt it. I think the Bears are a better team than Dallas was 2 years ago. Yeah, it was 2023. Young under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be enough for the first. A gain of 5 for Chuba Hubbard. The Panthers get their first down of the game. Yeah, now leaving that unpredicted is fair. First and 10. Young in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Ball on their own 32, man in motion right to left. As Young looks to throw, has some time, dump off over the middle, caught by Hubbard, has space past the 35 and brought down near the 38. Another gain of roughly 7. Yeah. This wildcard weekend should be fun. Young in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 4 from their own 38. Young looking to throw. Pressure coming, gonna try and step up. And gonna be sacked back near the 33. There is a penalty down. Probably gonna be holding against the Panthers. It's Brandon Fisk on the sack. And yeah, that's holding against Carolina while there is a Panther down as well. That's their left tackle slow to get up. And it's just not a good sign for Carolina early in this one. Right, he got bull rushed. Holy. Just did not stand a chance on the left side. Alright, so a 3rd and long coming up. And we're heading to a commercial break, I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, the graphics they're looking at, I was looking at them throughout the previous commercial break and that little sequence there. Because like the AFC feels more open because there's a lot of different teams this year in the playoffs. At the same time, like them actually stacking up against each other, it doesn't fully feel as equal as it seems. Which that's just the nature of the AFC, it feels like as well. At commercial break for the injury timeout. Yeah, it'll be a 3rd and 9 coming up for Carolina after the sack. R-Truth is at the game as well? That's cool. That's cool that R-Truth is at the game. Yep, at commercial break. Yeah, some of these commercials just look funny without there being sound to it. After spending the past like month or so being able to like lightly hear all these, now looking at them without any sound is just yeah. Yeah. And it looks nice with it. As we're just getting back from commercial break, 3rd and 9, Young alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on their own 33-yard line. 9:49 to play in the first. A big time 3rd down for Carolina early on once again. Young looking to throw. Has some time, pass left side, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Ted McMillan. He had a step. Young just couldn't put it on him. So it's a 4th and 9, and they'll punt this one away. Yeah, he has a slight step. It would have needed to be a great throw. Because there's also that safety lurking over top. Yeah, so rough start for Carolina, but you can really be surprised about this. All right, so the punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 10 and brought down near the 6. Great punt for Carolina. Gonna pin the Rams deep in their own territory. Makes you question why they didn't do that on the opening drive. Yeah, great punt and a great return as well. A great punt coverage is a better way of putting that. All right, maybe now Carolina's defense can show up a bit, having more breathing room besides just 45 yards to cover. $9:25 to play in the first. Stafford under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right, ball on their own 7. Stafford going to hand this off right side, and that's going to be a gain of roughly 4, just past the 10. And that's Blake Corum on the carry. Oh yeah, and there's Ekwanyu, the left tackle for Carolina who got injured on the previous drives, being carted off the sideline towards the locker room. That's tough. That was a tough blow for this Carolina offense. That already was gonna have an uphill battle in this game. Now they're really gonna have one. Stafford in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw in 2nd and 6. Quick pass left side, Kabapuka Nakua makes one man miss, gets past the 20, and finally brought down near the 23. All right, Rams are moving. 2 plays and they got some great breathing room out of it. So 1st and 10, Stafford under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. 8 minutes to play in the first. Ball on their own 23, tight end in motion right to left. As they hand this off up the middle, gets past the 25 and brought down as, I guess, pushed forward about the 29. Ends up being a gain of roughly 6 there for, I believe that was Kyron Williams. No, it seemed like it was Blake Corum, okay. So a 2nd and 4 coming up. Yeah, ruling the gain of 6. Stafford under center, back behind him. Handoff once again, left side for Blake Corum. Gonna get a gain of about 3 up to the 32. A 3rd and 1 coming up. And was it the first 3rd down the Rams are facing today offensively? We'll see how Carolina tries to defend this. Yeah, again, the Rams again and Puka Nacua involved early in this one. And that's exactly what they should be trying to do. Already has 4 catches for 52 yards. All right, Stafford under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side, making adjustments at the line as the play clock winds down. They get the snap off in time and hand this off up the middle, and that's not enough for Blake Corum. He gets stuffed at the line for no gain. The Panthers defense holds strong. And we'll see if I assume the Rams are going to punt here since they're inside their own 35. And yeah. All right, so the Panthers defense forces a punt. Going to give their offense a chance here to tie this game up. Not bad. It's going to take a lot more than just one stop here and there for the Panthers to win this one. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to bounce and be out of bounds near the 18. So the Panthers will start from there. Yeah, showing a replay of that 3rd and 1 stuff by the Panthers. Yeah, it's just really good run defense. I mean, that was also 3 straight run plays for the Rams. So you would hope that they'd be able to stop it at some point. As we head to a commercial break with about 5:40 to play in the first quarter. So we'll go from there. Yeah, 5:43 to play in the first. Oh, hey, Ben Stiller. What was the final score of that Rangers and Bruins game from this morning? 10-2. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, the Rangers are without Shesterkin for the next while, so I get it, but damn. For that to be the ABC main hockey game today, that was not a good one to have. So at commercial break, as we await the next Carolina drive, it'll be from their own 18. Own 19. Which that play actually gives a perfect example of something that I kind of hope the UFL changes for the spring this year. I don't remember exactly if the ruling is on the fly or just goes out of bounds inside the 20. But last year, a punt that went out of bounds inside the 20 would be brought up to like the 30 as a rule like a touchback. I hope they change that. And it seems like they're changing quite a bit in rules wise. So hopefully that's part of the things that gets changed.
Nice. Again, like, hockey is great to get into. But the key thing is like, you need to kind of watch the right game. Because like a blowout in hockey can still be fun to watch, but like you wouldn't want one of those teams to be a team you have interest in. First play of the drive, Young play action and is sacked. Gets brought down near the 10-yard line. Yeah, pretty much unblocked is Puna Ford, and Young is brought down near the 9. That play just did not stand a chance. Yeah, but like a close. If it was a close loss, it would still be an interesting game to watch. That's the case with most sports, because you don't want your first impression to be in a blowout. Young looking to throw in 2nd and 19. Pressure coming, pass right side can be caught. Face up past the 20 and down to about the 21. It's Tommy Tremble on the reception. Makes it a more manageable 3rd down for Carolina. But still a 3rd and roughly 8. Okay, yeah, 2 of 4 games is solid. I'm not surprised McDaniel got fired. As soon as we heard that Harbaugh got fired, I was like, okay, McDaniel's gonna be fired sooner rather than later. I'm hoping that John Eric Sullivan is a good hire for GM. He said the right things in his opening statement with the team. He just needs to execute. That's the key thing. And hopefully he can bring in a good coach alongside him. Young looking to throw in 3rd and 8. Quick pass left side can be caught, and that's enough for the first. Past the 30 to the 31. It's Jalen Coker on the reception. Yeah, to an extent. I would probably more so lean to like a 14-24 type game. But yeah, like a 2 to 4 game in hockey. Yeah, it's. I mean, even then, like I wouldn't necessarily say it's the exact equivalent to a 2-touchdown game because of just how hockey can work in the later stages of a game. Young under center, play action, looking to throw, rolling right. Has some time. I'm gonna try and take it himself. Now a lofter out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. It is very possible to score 3 goals in under a minute. I think the Florida Panthers did that during during a game against Carolina last year. It's hard to equate, but yeah, it's definitely like a 2-score-ish game. Young in shotgun, back to his right. Gonna hand this off up the middle on 2nd and 10. And that's a gain of roughly 3, maybe 4. How much are they gonna show Chris Shula on the sideline today? As there is a Rams still to get up afterwards. Yeah, and I always like, for someone who's trying to get into a sport, I'm also like of the mindset of pick a team that is like relatively middle of the road. Because if you just instantly join into like a top team in the league, it's not really it's bandwagon stuff. It's not really fun to an extent. And then if you if you want to become like if your first team if the NFL is the Raiders, that you're not gonna have fun watching games either, and you're gonna instantly lose interest. Do you want a team that's like competitive, even if they don't end up winning? Like the Saints are not a bad team to watch this season if you're getting into the NFL, and we're trying to pick a fan base. Like the Saints were, especially later in the season, the Saints got really good. Well, one's hard because when I was saying let McDaniel pick his QB. That was before Harbaugh got fired. That was before we had any inclinations that Harbaugh was gonna get fired. The second that Harbaugh got fired is when I think everyone's mindset changed about the situation, including Stephen Ross and Miami. I think it's the opportunity to get Harbaugh outweighed keeping McDaniel for another season. Yeah. Or like an expansion team, very good ones to jump to as well. I have a friend who started to get into hockey through the Kraken when they got added to the league, but has now like become a Carolina Hurricanes fan because he has friends who are Hurricanes fans and he likes some of those players a bit better. Like that's fine. Like definitely like first impressions should be like to like a roughly middle of the road. So the current reporting with Harbaugh is he wants to go to a situation where he can pick his GM. And obviously Miami already hired their GM, but there's still the possibility that it was through conversations with Harbaugh and his agent that led to that conclusion. Even though again, even with the fact also that John Eric Sullivan is a very well respected it was a very well respected member of the Packers front office for decades, so he's probably just fine with it either way. I'm not sure. Like New York, like both teams have their pros and cons. I think it just depends on where Harbaugh wants to go, and kind of like what he values more in a team, and kind of like so like it's fine either way. There's plenty of other good options for Miami to get either way. Obviously, Harbaugh would be the main guy, but if you can't get him, you can get other guys there. I would be happy with. Young looking to throw in 3rd and 6. Stepping up, pass right side, can be caught, and that's enough for the first, just barely. Tommy Dremel fights his way for the first. Gets 6 exactly on that one. Dable, I'll be more understanding, but no, definitely not Callahan. Yep. Yeah, like my first glimpse with hockey was like during the really bad years of the Panthers, and that's why I never really like caught interest to it, even though I was always like trying to keep up with it. As a young quick pass over the middle can be caught by Ted McMillan for another first, a gain of 13. Yeah, and so of the like we have like a very rough idea of the Dolphins head coach list right now. It's Kevin Stefanski, it's Chris Shula, it's Harbaugh, it's Clint Kubiak, and it's Robert Saleh. Those are like the main 5, seemingly. And I would kind of be happy with all besides Robert Saleh. I kind of don't want him to be a head coach in Miami. I kind of don't think it would work. But like the others, I'd be fine with. Young in shotgun, back to his right, Tennant in the backfield to his left. As they're past midfield for the first time in this game. Young looking to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up, pass over the middle is off the mark and intercepted. Return past the 35 and out of bounds at the 36. Oh, Young, what are you doing there? There is a penalty down now as well, so we'll see if this stands. That's a tough interception to throw. The drive was going great for them. Was looking for Jalen Coker. Oh, God. Honestly, yeah, that's not really on Young. Coker did not finish running his route. He stood up a bit while running that. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that's fully on Bryce Young. It's Kobe Durant with the interceptions, penalties, unnecessary roughness against the Panthers. They'll tack on 15 to the end of the return, put in the Rams at about midfield. Yeah, I definitely would not put that on Bryce Young. Looking from the behind the back angle. Hey, Kubiak's been getting a ton of interview requests. We'll see if he actually does end up leaving. Handoff up the middle for Kyron Williams, gets up to about the 40. So a gain of 8. I mean, it would just be the reverse of Adam Gase. And it would probably go as successful as Adam Gase did, which was not at all. I know Brian Callahan will get a coaching job to some degree. It won't be like a head coach or like maybe even a coordinator. I think it'll probably just be like an assistant somewhere. He's still respected. It didn't work out in Tennessee. Stafford under center, play action looking to throw, dump off right side. Great one-handed catch by Colby Parkinson. And he has space down to about the 25. And that might be the final play of the first quarter. Making him the highest paid coordinator would probably keep him in Seattle. But there's going to be a team that's going to willing to pay him a lot of money, and it's just going to come down to how far Seattle goes in the playoffs this year, and two, like how satisfied is he with the work that's been done in Seattle. I would imagine he stays, even if it's just for one more season. But like if the right deal comes across his desk, I would be shocked if he doesn't take it. Yep, that's the end of the first quarter. 15 minutes in the books. Rams up 7 and driving. We head to a commercial break. Like I would be legitimately shocked if Miami hires Robert Saleh. I understand he's respected, but he's one of those guys where Saleh is a lot better as a defensive coordinator than he is as a head coach. Yeah, but that's the nature of the NFL. I mean, look at the Lions. They lost both their coordinators in this past offseason. One of them's in the playoffs. The other, well, the other's a New York Jets. You can't really fault Aaron Glenn too much. I mean, you can, but look at even Tampa. Tampa went a solid 3 years. Even now, even gonna be I think another fourth year where they have a different offensive coordinator. Like the past 4 or 5 years. And they've had some success, but it's hard to maintain when you keep having guys getting poached. At commercial. Yeah, I don't think anyone's actually posted a full list. Oh, Tennessee has posted all of their interviews. Which, for some reason, Tennessee does not. Tennessee's not interviewing Clint Kubiak? What the hell are they? Okay, sure. God damn it, Tennessee. That would probably be a near perfect hire. Yeah, those are the so far ones, yeah. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Rams have the ball inside Carolina territory in near the 25, just about. I mean, Anthony Weaver, Miami's DC, has been getting a few head coaching interviews. I don't think he's actually gonna land any of them. Stafford handoff up the middle for Kyron Williams, gonna get up to roughly the 20. Maybe fights forward for the 19. Maybe. Or again, those 7 that they announced were also just the current ones they've conducted. I know they also have plans to interview Mike McDaniel. That just hasn't happened yet. So maybe they are trying going to interview Kubiak. They haven't done it yet. It could also be a playoffs thing, but again, that did not stop anyone from hiring Glenn or Johnson last offseason. Stafford handoff up the middle for Kyron Williams once again. Gonna be getting about a yard or two. No. The only way Mike McDonald leaves Seattle is if Seattle are dumbasses and fire him. He is probably going to be there for as long as he wants. Oh yeah, Mike McDaniel is going to be a great offensive coordinator somewhere if that's the direction he goes. Again, the Titans are interviewing him for head coach. The Browns are interviewing him for head coach. So he'll probably get a head coaching job. Now, just will he do good in that spot? I'm not sure. Stafford quick pass left side can be caught for the first as Puka Nacua gets down to the 10. First and goal for the Rams coming up, looking to make this a 2-score game. Yeah. I know, this hiring cycle is good. It's gonna be very interesting to see what domino falls first. I'm sure a lot of teams are waiting for John Harbaugh to begin doing interviews next week. Stafford handoff right side for Kyron Williams, gonna get down to about the 5. Yeah. I mean, Seattle ownership definitely can. It's just are they willing to? If it comes down to it, I don't think it will, but because like those would be record setting, those would be record setting extensions if they happen this offseason. Like obviously, if it happened like a few off seasons from now, maybe it's more reasonable. Stafford quick pass left side can be caught by Nakua. Dances his way through some traffic and finds the end zone. The Rams extend this lead. Puka Nakua, his second touchdown of the night already. And the Rams go up 13. Yeah, and if Seattle makes the Super Bowl, I think that would be even more confidence that Kubiak would want to stay. Because you get that close. Like, you kind of have to run it back. Though at the same time, like, Helen Moore left Philly. That was obviously like with a Super Bowl win, but yeah. Extra point up and good for Harrison Mevis. 14-point Ram lead. Yeah, this game has potential to get ugly quick as we head to a commercial break with 12:16 to play. Oh yeah, it definitely has the potential to get there. It feels like that, but if this would be the season for it to get there, everything's lined up great for them. Obviously, like opponents are going to be a little bit tough, but the Seahawks are built for it this year. Yep, at commercial break, waiting for the Panthers' next drive. Panthers gonna need a score here soon. Don't want this to get too out of hand, as the Rams do get ball to begin the half as well. Yo, what's up, T Fox? How you doing? Yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah, and again, with it being in Seattle, though, I mean, we saw what happened the last time the Rams played in Seattle. It damn near broke them in the final 2 weeks. No, I don't. If you're talking about this one here, like over my left shoulder, that's a Jaguars jersey. I'll wear that tomorrow. I think the idea, one, I'm waiting to see if the Falcons get new uniforms. Two, I'm the Panthers jersey I get will probably be one of their away uniforms. If I would make a guess right now. Yeah, we'll see. Man, I'm hoping Jacksonville wins tomorrow. That's the 1 p.m. game. I would love to start my day. It would be the perfect situation. Would be starting my day off with a Bills one and done, and ending my day off with a Patriots one and done. I don't think that'll happen. I think the Patriots gonna handle the Chargers just fine tomorrow night, but I would love it if both of them lose tomorrow. Kickoff is out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina will begin from the 35. And yeah, whatever happens in Philly, I don't care. I don't think the Chargers play the Browns this year. Young handoff up the middle for about 3. Yeah. But at the same time, the Texans would play the Broncos, assuming that the Jaguars win as well. Like the Texans will play the Broncos. Like that'd be an NFC. I think I did, because I did like the ESPN bracket stuff earlier this week, and I think that actually is my end of my AFC Championship is Patriots Texans. Stroud pass left side going to be caught for a first gain of roughly 12 for Jalen Coker. What is my full bracket on here? That's not what I was looking for. Yeah. I mean, the Bills winning could be interesting as well. I just, I cannot find this bracket right now. Okay. 1st and 10 from the Ram 47. Young under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Play action looking to throw. Young with some time, stepping right, passing right. Going to be caught past the 35, and that's Ted McMillan down to the 33. That could be a fun AFC Championship as well. I don't know why I'm blanking on where to find this right now, though. That's weird. And I'm still trying to like ride the high from a few years ago where I was damn near perfect in my playoff predictions. Young pass over the middle, going to be caught down to the 11 for Ted McMillan. All right, the Panthers are definitely making the most out of this drive. They're down to the 11 after the gain of 22. I guess. Well, I think I guessed 20. I think I guessed 2026 for the total points in the playoffs. Young under center, gonna hand this off to Chuba Hubbard. He's down to inside the 5 to the 4. Here we go. Yeah, my AFC Championship is Houston, New England. It feels a bit weird going that route, but at the same time, I mean, the Texans' defense is just that good. Yeah, I figured some games would probably be like 30-ish. Young looking to throw in 2nd and 3. Pressure comes quick. Pass back of the end zone is too high and incomplete. So a 3rd and 3 coming up from inside the 5. I mean, you have to be in 4-down territory at this point if you're Carolina, right? It feels like you have to be. It's gonna be on Twitch. Yeah, Prime always streams their games also on Twitch. That's where I watch them more normally. Young looking to throw in 3rd and 3. Pressure coming, pass right side, incomplete with a penalty in the end zone. Looking for Xavier Legette. Gonna be a DPI against Kobe Durant. Yeah, Amazon Prime always uses their Prime Video Twitch account as well for the games on there. I'm pretty sure that was the case last year. It's the case for most of the Thursday night games. I would imagine it's the same today. I doubt they would change it all of a sudden. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1 now for Carolina. Young under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left. Handoff up the middle, and Chuba Hubbard gets in. The Carolina Panthers cut into this deficit thanks to a 1-yard Chuba Hubbard touchdown. That is the drive they needed. And with 8:53 to play, it's back to a 1-score game. A great blocking up front. Great block and beautiful lane. All right, that was the drive for Carolina. Now, how did they build off of it? And so the extra point to truly cut this deficit in half is up, and it's good. Right, if they can make one more defensive, if they make a defensive stop and score again before the half, you're feeling fine. We're heading to a commercial break first. Oh, the Bears are shaking up how they've worn their uniforms this season for tonight's game. They're wearing navy on navy instead of the standard, just simple home they've been wearing most of the year. All right. Playing against destiny here is Chicago. I respect it. Is it going to work out? Probably not. Yeah. I could totally see, with how Mendoza played yesterday and how he's been playing most of this college season, I could totally see him doing for the Raiders what Jaden Daniels did for the Commanders last year. Do I expect that to happen? No. Would I be completely surprised? Depending on how they get there. I mean, like, the thing with the Raiders is if they just have a decent O-line, they're so much better of a team. They have the talent surrounding them. Like, they have the star tight end. They have some good receiving options. Probably could definitely improve on that end, which I think they will. They have the running back. They just need the offensive line. You get the offensive line in there, it's gonna be fine. And it's not even like they need a top 10 offensive line. If they just get like a top 20 offensive line or a top half offensive line, I mean, they could definitely win 8 games next year. As we're just coming back from commercial break. And 8:53 to play. Bringing on the punter to hold the kickoff here, as it is windy in Carolina today. So kickoff going to be return. Nope, down in the end zone for a touchback. Okay. That ball definitely sailed on Xavier Smith. So out comes Stafford. Ball beginning from the 35. Oh yeah, NFL Honors is on a Thursday this year. Sure, why not? That's in a few weeks. No, it won't be enough, but that's still an incredible leap from this season. And yeah, they're in the AFC West. Stafford handoff up the middle, going to be gain of about 5. That is Blake Corum on the carry there. Like a good way to like figure out to remember the conferences is just, I mean, it's easier for like if you know like the history of stuff, but like 95% of teams in the AFC were teams initially a part of the AFL before the merger in 1970. And then 90% of teams in the NFC were in the NFL before the merger. Penalty before the snap going to be a false start against the Rams. I say 90% because again, you have like the teams that were brought into the league after the merger. And then you have teams like the Browns and the Steelers who joined the AFC in 1970 because of cost-cutting reasons. I think there's one other team that was the case for. I think that was the same case with the Colts, I want to say. Yeah. Stafford in shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pass right side, going to be caught for a gain of roughly 4.5. It's Devontae Adams on the reception. There is also a penalty down as well. So we'll see what this is. Might be coming back some more. Yeah, it's offensive offsides. There'll be a 2nd and 15 coming up. Yeah. The Seahawks were in the well, they're also a team that was like after the merger they got added. Yeah, they were in the AFC for close to 30 years before joining the AFC West, which is just one of those funny things to think about. Stafford looking to throw in 2nd and 15. Pass right side, wide open. Inside the 40 to 35 and down to the 34. It's Tyler Higbee. And he was left all alone by Carolina on that one. Just a simple seam route, and no one's even paying him attention. That's sure. It's a pickup of 36 for the Rams. A rematch of Super Bowl 50 on the 10-year anniversary, sure. Handoff up the middle, going to be a gain of a yard. So with how the Panthers are playing right now, I don't think that'll be the case. I think we're more likely to get a rematch of Super Bowl 48, which would hopefully be a better game than the actual Super Bowl 48. And that's Carolina. I mean, there's reason they're 8-9 at this point in the season. Stafford in shotgun, and they're gonna have a stoppage here as the Rams will call their first timeout with 6:15 to play in the half. Right? Yep, there it is. Rams timeout. Okay. Though I would like to see some first-time Super Bowl teams this year. I'm just it's gonna be interesting. I love how much the Texans are playing into the fact they're not playing right now instead of playing Monday night. Stafford pass left side, going to be a gain of about 4 up to the 28 with Puka Nacua. Hey, a Texan Seahawks Super Bowl, I'll be there for it. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side, 3rd and 3. Play clock winding down. To get the snap off in time as Stafford looks to throw. Pass right side, gonna be Devontae Adams, but incomplete. Good catch, but was forced out of bounds before he got his feet down. With 5:28 to play, we'll see if the Rams kick the field goal here. I like the back shoulder idea. Yeah, it's a little bit high on that. Yep, so out comes Harrison Mevis for the field goal try to make this a 10-point game from 46 yards out in the left hash. Either way, the Panthers are in a good spot here before the half to make this a one-score game once again. Kick is up. And it is right down the middle for Harrison Mevis. It's a 10-point Ram lead with about 5:25 to play in the half. Yeah, but it would be one of those good defensive games. Yeah. I do hope the Texans go on a run here. It feels like they're due, which is how often they've been in the playoffs. And the fact that they have yet to get past the divisional round. But we'll see. Alright, this new Sam Raimi movie. I mean, it's a Raimi movie. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be pretty good for the most part. I just don't have like a massive interest in this. At commercial break. And going back to the hockey real quick. The Olympic rink over in Italy, which again, Olympic Games for hockey begin in a few weeks. The Olympic rink is like just got finished and it's not looking good. It's gonna be a very interesting Olympics. I don't know what to expect from it though. I'm just hoping that the break for the Olympics is gonna give the Panthers enough leeway to get healthy again. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 6, faced out past the 20, and brought down near the 24. And then in 2 years is when we get flag football coming to the Olympics. Which that's going to be very interesting. And 1st and 10. Young under center, back and fullback behind him. Hand this off up the middle for Rico Dowdle, and there's space past the 30 and down to the 32. Oh, yeah? And what was that? Yeah. Young under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right, tight end in motion, right to left. 2nd and 2, handoff up the middle for Dowdle once again. Gonna try and bounce it right side. Maybe gets half a yard. Not much else. All right. Robert Hunt is questionable to return to this game for Carolina. He just got back from injury. Young in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Man in motion right to left as Young looks to throw. Pressure coming. Dump off left side is dropped by Chuba Hubbard. And he had space to run with it as well. Instead, it's a 3 and out for Carolina. And they'll punt this one away. Not the drive they were looking for. You had the opportunity to get this within 3. Instead, you go 3 and out. Yeah. I've never had to deal with animal control, so I'm not quite sure how it all works. I'm sure if they get enough complaints, then they'll probably do something, but who knows. Punt comes off clean, is gonna take some Carolina rolls inside the 15, and finally down near the 11. Another great punt for Carolina. So with 3:41, we'll head to a commercial break. Definitely. It's just, I don't know exactly how animal control works. I wouldn't be shocked if if it's the first time they're hearing about it, they're like, okay, well, we'll wait to see if other complaints come up. We're still at commercial break. A NASCAR commercial? Oh yeah, I guess it is coming to that time of year. Yeah. Yeah, these playoffs have 4 first overall quarterbacks in them. Nice. All right, 3:41 to play in the half. And the Rams extend this lead. They also get ball to begin the second half. So these middle 8 minutes is what's really gonna decide this game. Carolina's defense can need to stand tall at least once in the next 2 or 3 Rams drives, depending on timing and stuff. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Handoff up the middle for Kyron Williams. Gonna get to roughly the 15. Part of it is just so next season is gonna be Al Michaels' age 82 season. And he's a legend of a commentator. He has had some great calls over the years. It's just he's up there in age where most people want to see him just retire already and just cap off a legendary career. But if he wants to keep going, he'll keep going. Most people feel like due to his age, he's kind of have been like underselling certain big moments in games. Which take it as you will. I don't really care. I haven't listened to commentary. I haven't like properly listened to commentary on most games for 2 years now. As Stafford's pass left side getting behind incomplete, a 3rd and 6 coming up with 3:02 to play. Man, he's up there in age. Oh yeah, Al Michaels is a legend. If he's not already, he's gonna be a broadcast Hall of Famer. I think he is already though. It's just most people want to just see him retire already. As the Rams will call their second timeout before this 3rd and 6 play. I mean, because this is also like the same season where the Buccaneers radio play-by-play guy just retired. The Rangers, the New York Rangers main play-by-play guy is retiring after the season as well. So it's a lot of like older guys that are like finally hanging it up. So like Al Michaels, for as much of a legend as he is, at 82 years of age, you know, it might be coming close to time, but hey, if he wants to keep going, I say let him. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right. 3rd and 6, Stafford looking to throw. Panthers send pressure, gets picked up well. Stafford deep shot, left side, overthrown. He had Devontae Adams. Adams had a solid 3 feet of separation. If Stafford hits him, that might be a touchdown. Maybe the safety has an angle on that. Either way, that is a massive chunk play that the Rams just missed on. And it's going to give the Panthers a shot to bring this within 1 score before the half. Punt comes off clean, going to be muffed. The punt's muffed, and the Rams have it at the 46. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Bounces off his chest. And yeah, the refs would go through the pile, but that looked like a clear recovery. Not even just his chest. That bounces off his face mask. It hits Trevor Etienne right smack in the face. And the Rams fall on it. The turn of events there. Wow. 2:44 to play in the half now. No, the punt came off clean. It's just Trevor Etienne slightly misread it, and as it was coming down, it just hits him smack in the middle of the face, and it bounces forward. That's the second turnover for Carolina. How do the Rams capitalize? Ball on the Carolina 41. Stafford handoff right side for Blake Corum, and that gets to about the 35, a gain of 6. Just the unfortunate sequence of events there. What exactly? As that might bring us to the 2-minute warning after that. Where is... Nope, it's one more play before the 2-minute warning. Stafford, handoff left side for Blake Corum. Gets inside the 30 to the 26, and now we'll head to the 2-minute warning. Yeah. Yes, Rams punted, Panthers fumbled, and then the Rams recovered. Trying to exactly find. Can I zoom? I can't zoom in on this graph. God damn it, ESPN. Either way, before that punt, the Panthers had like, we'll say 13% chance to win according to ESPN Analytics. After that, it shot the Rams to a 91%. That was a solid like 4% difference in win probability on that one play. Crazy. And we're at commercial break for the 2-minute warning. It'll be first and 10 on the Carolina 26 for the Rams. At commercial break. Yeah, the Commanders are expected to get new uniforms in the offseason. I'm excited to see what those look like. As we're waiting for the final 2 minutes in this one. Yep, there's the playoff bracket as we're just coming back from commercial break. Wait, Seahawks 49ers is a 4 p.m. start time? No, it's 4:30. I don't know why Fox was saying 4 just then. Okay. Stafford under center, back behind him, play action, looking to throw. Dump off left side for Kyron Williams, has space inside the 20, and finally brought down near the 15. There is a penalty, though. We'll see what the penalty is. It's a block in the back against the Rams. Gonna push them back some. First and 20 now. A minute 50 to play in the first half. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on the Carolina 36. Stafford handoff up the middle, and there's space to about the 29. So 2nd and 15 coming up. No, 2nd and 13. Yeah, it is a windy day in Carolina right now. We have a stoppage as the Panthers will call their first timeout. So 2nd and 13. Stafford in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball in the Carolina 29. Stafford going to hand this off up the middle, and that's a gain of about 1 for Kyron Williams. As there's some shouting and pushing and shoving going on after the play here. There but no penalties. The Panthers will take their second timeout. All right. 3rd and 12. 1:42 to play in the first half. So, there's a Panthers fan wearing a belt to ass shirt. That's going to come back horribly. Stafford looking to throw in 3rd and 12. Passed over the middle, caught by Tyler Higbee, and brought down for a gain of about 8. It's a 4th and 3. It will need a gain of 10. So I'll be up to the 19-yard line then as the Panthers call their final timeout. 1:37 to play in the half. Fourth and 3. And the Rams offense is staying on the field. Stafford in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Oh, they're playing off coverage. Stafford to throw. Has time. Rolling right. Pass right side going to be incomplete. Looking for Tyler Higbee. The Rams turn it over on downs with 1:31 to play. That's not where I thought Stafford was going to end up going with that ball. Because they're playing so off coverage on Devontae Adams on that right side. There's a little bit of a step up there. But still, yeah, that pass was low and behind. Looking for Tyler Higbee. There's Carolina's defense making a big-time play. Now can they get points before the half here? Yeah. It's like if it was a Rams fan wearing that shirt, it would make more sense. But for a Panther fan to wear it? Yeah. Young and shotgun gonna hand this off up the middle for Rico Dowdle, who loses a yard. What is that play call? You have no timeouts. Why are you running the ball? Young and shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. They're still going to say 2nd and 10 from the 19. Game clock running down. Young looking to throw. Has time. Deep shot over the middle is incomplete. And no penalties, despite the Panthers wanted one. Looking up now, there is one. Okay. Look up. Took Fox a while to show that. There is a penalty. He was looking over the middle for Jalen Coker. Yeah. I mean, the question is that ball catchable? Because he definitely gets there early, definitely holds him a little bit. I'm just not sure if that ball was even on target. They're going to say DPI. They'll put the Panthers past midfield. Yeah. Which that was... Man, Dante Moore yesterday was looking like a prime Jets quarterback. That's all I know. And that's probably where he's going to end up. Okay, no, they're going to say ball on their own 47. All right. Young and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass left side, has a man inside the 25 to 20 and out of bounds to the 15. It's Jalen Coker once again on the reception. And the Panthers are in field goal range inside the 30 with under a minute to play in the half. That was a great throw from Bryce Young. Yeah, they get inside the 20 on that one. Yeah, but Indiana's going to be a tough matchup for Miami in a week's time. Young in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on the Rams 16. Young throwing right side for Leggett, and that's incomplete. Off the mark. 2nd and 10 coming up. I like the idea of taking that matchup. Yeah, no, not quite there. Young in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 2nd and 10. Young looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, pass left side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Rico Dowdle. 3rd and 10 coming up. So 3rd and 10, Young in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Gonna be looking to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up, rolling right, gonna take it himself. Inside the 10 to 5, diving forward. Bryce Young, touchdown Carolina from 16 yards out. The end of this half has ended up playing out perfectly for the Panthers, even with the muffed punt, even with the Rams moving well. They bring this within 4, potentially 3. All right. And hey, we got a game now. We got a game. A great scramble on 3rd and 10. Extra point is up. And it's a 3-point Ram lead with 37 seconds in the half. The Rams get ball to begin the second half, so they're still going to be fine. A chance to extend the lead still, but yeah, that was a great scramble from Bryce Young. And they picked up that pass stunt pretty well. Well enough to give Young the time to step up and just take it himself. And we got a game now. We got a game. "37 seconds in the half. Carolina's set to send this one away. All right, kickoff gonna be returned beginning. No, I can let this bounce. As it bounced before the landing zone. Gonna be a kick, a free kick out of bounds technically. The Rams will start from the 40 and have 1 timeout and 37 seconds to get into field goal range. Yeah, that bounced a yard short of the landing zone. Okay. The Rams now can get points before the half and kind of like help soften the blow that touchdown they just gave up left. Stafford in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. As Stafford going to look to throw. Has time, pass right side, going to be caught down to about the 46 as Devontae Adams on the reception. They're going hurry up as they're past midfield. Oh no, they're calling a timeout with 29 seconds? All right, the Rams call their final timeout. Was not expecting it to arrive then. As there's Harrison Mevis warming up on the sideline. His career long in the NFL is a 52-yard kick. So they're going to need to get this ball to roughly the 37 if they're going to want to be able to give this a shot. Stafford in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass left side, going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Puka Nacua along the sideline. Would have gotten them into field goal range. But they still got plenty of time. Oh yeah, the refs missed a hold there. They missed a defensive holding on that one. Stafford in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. Ball on the Carolina 46. They need about another first down. Stafford to throw, pressure coming, pass over the middle is short and incomplete. I think Stafford got hit there while throwing that one. So a 3rd and 10 coming up. Yeah, he's instantly holding that right hand. Not really. It definitely gets tipped at the very least. I mean, like, Stafford gets hit. Yeah, that ball barely gets tipped. But then Stafford gets a forearm to the face mask, and there's no penalty. That's back-to-back plays. The refs have just missed the penalty. As Stafford looks at throwing 3rd and 10. Has time. Pass right side. It's there. But Puka drops it. I mean, that's on the money. That's as perfect of a throw as Stafford could have placed there. Puka just drops it. He had a potential touchdown on that one. Yeah, that's a ball Puka needs to catch. He might have gotten his hands up a bit late in order to catch it, but no, that's one that Puka needs to come down with. Yeah, he just drops it. So punt's gonna go out of bounds near the 16. That'll probably bring us to halftime. 8 seconds remain for the Panthers. No timeouts. I would imagine they just needed this one to the half. The Rams had that final 4 minutes of this half had the potential to go perfectly for the Rams. Instead, it went near perfect for the Panthers. As yeah, they're gonna kneel this one to the half. So the Rams get ball to begin the second half, still up by 3, but definitely have missed some opportunities throughout that first half. So we'll see. We'll see if they bounce back in the second half. Yeah, that's definitely a drop Puka needs to shake off soon. Yep, just reached the half. Just reached the half. I'll quickly bear it back. All right, I am back. I am back. We're at the half. And yeah. I also just saw a report that, in fact, Miami did interview with Clint Kubiak this morning. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out the rest of the way. So at the half. At the half. I'm like, the Rams still feel in relatively good control of this game because they're still able to move the ball well. But it's the turnover on downs that led to the Panthers getting 7 at the end of the half. It's the Nakua drop as well, right at the end of the half. You have the refs arguably missing 2 penalties there against the Panthers as well. I don't know, it's just we'll see. We'll see. We still got a whole half a play to go. Also, just looking at it, the Rams are 5-4 on the road this season. Ugh, that's that ain't great. They started this game off hot. Kind of cooled down a bit since. We'll see. I mean, ESPN has them 5-4 on the road. Yeah, talking about the Rams being 5-4 on the road. No. I mean, the Panthers are 5-3 at home, so that's still solid. So like, it's still like a pretty even game. Even by that, yeah. And they lost 3 road games down the stretch. They lost 3 of their final 4 road games for the Rams. That's that's tough. Yep, so at the half. I mean, I would want the Rams to get a relatively hot start to the second half. At least get points on the board. Doesn't have to be like an actual like great drive. Like if they can at least get points on the board, I think you're feeling fine with them. Got about 4.5 still to go in halftime. at the half. Yeah, tomorrow is Eagles 49ers at 4:30. That should be a solid game. And also tonight, Packers Bears. Tomorrow also Bills Jaguars. Chargers Patriots might be a fine game. I don't know how to feel about the Chargers. Yep, second half should be on the way here soon. And have one more commercial break before we get to the second half. Got about 2.5 minutes until second half to be exact. At commercial break. The hell is this for? Oh, it's that. Damn, the semester hasn't even started yet, and I already have a canceled class. Sure. That's funny. Yeah, thanks. It is nice to have the jerseys back behind me. Just yeah, it's just like something nice and different for while I'm in this setup. But yeah, like the technical difficulties right at the start of this is just like the prime example of why like for as much as it's nice in this setup, man, like, having the full proper thing was just great to have for that month or so. And the second half should be on the way here soon. All right, second half underway here soon. Just coming back from commercial break. The Rams get ball to begin the second half. And we'll see. We'll see if the tail end of that first half is going to bleed into the second half, or if the Rams be able to shake off just the incompletion abundant end of the first half for them. So second half kickoff is underway. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin from the 35. And out comes Matthew Stafford once again. Let's see how they handle the start of this half. First and 10 from their own 35. Stafford under center, back behind him. Play action looking to throw. Stafford, pass right side, gonna be incomplete. Davante Adams couldn't hang on through the contact. And a second and 10 coming up. A great play for Mike Jackson to force that ball loose. Yeah, he's stuck with Davante Adams really well there. And just Adams could not hang on. So Stafford in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass left side, gonna be incomplete. Once again, looking for Davante Adams. Just can't connect right now. It's J.C. Horn in coverage. And a third and 10 coming up. Yeah, J.C. Horn was able to get a hand on that. So Stafford in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, third and 10. 2 quick incompletions as Stafford will look to throw once again. Pass right side, going to be low and incomplete. 3 straight passes to Davante Adams. 3 straight incompletions. And the Rams offense is off the field after 15 seconds. A terrible start to this half for the Rams. That is a crazy first drive of the half. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the 12. Yeah. That is what they say. Not even having a 20-second drive there is crazy. Like, you're only on the field for 15 seconds? Come on, LA. You needed a better start to the half than that. All right, so Bryce Young under center. Back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 13-yard line. Young gonna play action and look to throw. Pressure coming, rolling left. Gonna take it himself in their space. Past the 20 and sliding down at the 22. The gain of 9 for Bryce Young. Yeah, that's just a terrible start to this half for the Rams. And like, on that third down play, Adams was open. Like, that's the correct read. But it's still just like weird. Young under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be enough for the first past the 25 to the 27. And 1st and 10 for Carolina. Young in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Young with pressure coming. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Ted McMillan. Pressure in his face forced that ball to come out off target. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Will we continue doing more? Yeah. That would be the funniest outcome. Though it would also be nice if the Panthers could find a way to get a home divisional game. Young in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Ball on their own 28-yard line. Pressure coming. Young rolling left. Has time. Pass left side is a throwaway. Incomplete. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Them going on the run would definitely be the funniest outcome. So yeah, from 20 minutes ago, the Dolphins officially announced that they have completed their first head coach interview, and it's with Clint Kubiak. Again, I expect no decision for Miami to be made until after Harbaugh begins his interview process. Young in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Play clock winding down, making some adjustments. To get the snap off in time as Young looks to throw. Has time, pass right side, gonna be caught for the first. Past the 40 to the 44 is Ted McMillan on the reception. It's not class in total, just one of the lectures seemingly got canceled. Which is weird because that class is a purely online class, but I don't know. I'll find out more in the coming days, I guess. Yeah. Young and shotgun, back behind him, gonna hand this off up the middle. And that's Chuba Hubbard for a gain of about 4-ish. Yeah, we'll see. Second and 5 coming up. Young in shotgun, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball in roughly their own 48. Young gonna hand this off right side. Met in the backfield and gonna fight his way back to the line of scrimmage is Chuba Hubbard. So 3rd and 5 coming up. The Rams' second half of the second quarter was pretty rough. They played a bit sloppy in that section, but for the most part, like they're still playing well enough. They just need like another play or two here and there. 3rd and 5, Young in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. And they get movement. It's a free play for Carolina. Young pass right side, going to be high and incomplete. Either way, it's a free play and would probably give him a first. Yep, it'll be 1st down Carolina. Yeah, it wouldn't be as shocking as the first time, but it definitely would still be shocking. Just like including myself, for most people, the Rams are a Super Bowl team. Like they're the 2nd most picked team to win the Super Bowl on ESPN's playoff bracket like community thing that they do. Handoff up the middle is gonna be a gain of about 2 or 3. It's Chuba Hubbard on the carry. 10:50 to play in the first half. 2nd and 6 coming up. Young in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw once again, dump off right side for Hubbard. Gonna have the blockers for the first, and they get exactly that. But at the same time, the Rams were 10.5-point favorites in this game. No. So all the voting and MVP and all that stuff does not take into account postseason. It is purely a regular season award. Playoffs do not matter. So Stafford would not lose MVP with how he's playing in this game. I think most of those votings have already taken place. They're just counting them up now. And then we'll get finalists announced right before the championship games. Young handoff right side, going to be a gain of about a yard or so for Chuba Hubbard. Yeah. Yeah, voting already ended for all the postseason awards. Yeah. Well, yeah, Rams losing would kill a lot of brackets, including my own. Yes, yeah. So postseason has no impact on the awards. Young in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, 2nd and 8. Handoff up the middle for Chuba Hubbard once again, and that's going to be a gain of a yard or so. Third and 7. Young in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, 3rd and 7 from the Ram 32. Going to look to throw once again. Young dump off right side, going to be caught and brought down short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 4 for Tommy Tremble on the reception. And Carolina will have a choice to make here with 8 minutes to play in the third. It's a 4th and roughly 4. And they're going to send out the field goal unit to tie this game up at 17. Ryan Fitzgerald from 46 yards out and the right hash. Kick is up. And it is good. This game is tied with 7:29 to play in the third. All right. Not bad, not bad. And we're at commercial break as well after that. No. All MVP is a purely regular season award. Super Bowl MVP is kind of like the postseason MVP award. If anything, I would like for them to make a separate postseason MVP in the same way that I believe the MLB has it. Or the NHL has a Conn Smythe, which is a full-on postseason award. That could be good to see, but no. You have the Super Bowl MVP and you have the regular season MVP. Yeah, Theoretically, you can. But if you're in the MVP conversation, you're someone who's winning your division, and it's very rare for you to get belt to ass like that at home. It's just the Rams are in a tough division this year where they're playing on the road in the wild card. Yeah, exactly. If MVP does that in the first round, they probably are not going to actually win MVP for the regular season. Oh yeah, if they continue to play like this, they might win. It was also the case where like if the Rams offense just is not going to try really. Yeah. I mean, maybe Daniel Jones if he kept playing, but yeah, no. If you're gonna be a regular season MVP, there's a good chance you're not gonna play terribly in the postseason. All right, kickoff underway as we're just coming back from commercial break. Going to be returned beginning from the 2, spaced out past the 20, 25, and down to about the 30. Yeah, the Rams are the Rams. Again, the Rams live in close games this season. So we'll see. Yeah, that failed 4th and 3 is probably what's gonna come back to bite them the most. Like if you get points right there, you're chilling. Instead, now it's a tied game. Stafford under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle for Kyron Williams, and that's a gain of about 3. I mean, the Rams had a solid showing last week against Arizona, but yeah, for the most part, since that loss to Seattle, the Rams have been a bit off. We'll see. Second and 7. Stafford under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left, gonna play action and look to throw. Pressure coming. Stafford pass over the middle is high and incomplete. Looking for Puka Nacua. It's a 3rd and 7 coming up. Yeah, that definitely could be the case. Because like the Rams blowing that lead the way they did, yeah, that's definitely is a crusher. Stafford does not have a tendency to throw a lot of interceptions. He's been pretty clean this year with those. Yeah, he has 8 interceptions this season compared to 46 touchdowns. Like he played great this year. 3rd and 7 coming up. Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, it was. I'm not sure if it was most games or most pass attempts. Either way, I had a long stretch without throwing a pick. It's near the lowest, yeah. Because I think Drake May also had like 8 interceptions thrown this year. Oh, that's wrong tab. As we're at commercial break due to injury timeout, there's Carolina Panthers still to get up after that play. Yeah. Okay, so not counting the guys who barely played. I mean, Kirk Cousins played in 10 games this season, only had 5, but like, yeah. Jackson Dart only had 5 this year. Here we go. Jordan Love would be like amongst like full-time starters. Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts both tied with 6. Rodgers had 7. Lamar had 7. And then you get to Caleb Williams, Cam Ward, Stafford. A 100 different players threw a pass attempt this season. And kind of just like making a mess of looking through these, but yeah. Like eight interceptions is not that bad. All right, just coming back from commercial break. 3rd and 7. 6:39 to play in the quarter. Stafford in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Has some time, pass over the middle is caught for the first and more. Pass midfield and down to the Carolina 48 is Davante Adams. Yeah, like Hurts didn't play against Washington. Jordan Love missed 2 games, but they're still like proper like starters. Yeah. Stafford looking to throw in 1st and 10. Has some time. Pass right side is incomplete. Trying to fit one in there to Puka Nacua. 2nd and 10 coming up. I mean, I wouldn't say the game against Washington was meaningless, but yeah, for the most part, it was. All right, so 2nd and 10. Stafford looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Has time. Dump off over the middle. Caught by Kyron Williams. And going to get to about the 44. Well, it's if you're going to throw a lot of interceptions in the regular season, you're probably not going to win MVP. So there's that side of it as well. Yeah, but barely any actual starters played the full 18 games this season. I don't think really any did. Caleb Williams is probably the only other one, and he has like roughly 7. I think Cam Ward as well has 7. Stafford looking to throw in 3rd and 5. Has time, pass right side, gonna be a big hit. Incomplete. Looking for Davante Adams. He gets rocked there. There's a penalty down as well. He gets absolutely leveled on that one. This might be an unnecessary roughness against the Panthers. If they're saying that's a high hit, but no, Davante Adams gets leveled. He's gonna have to miss a few plays. We'll see. The refs are discussing this. Yeah, that's a big hit Adams took. Yeah, a little bit of helmet-to-helmet contact. I'm not fully sure if that's where it initiated. It seems like, why are they still showing this replay? Yeah, Adams gonna head to the medical tent. And yeah, it's gonna be a penalty on the Panthers. 1st and 10 for the Rams coming up. What was the actual unnecessary roughness against the Panthers? 15 yards and automatic first. Uh, 11 interceptions might be in that's might. So it depends on how other quarterbacks play that year. If 11 interceptions would be MVP. There's definitely been quarterbacks that have thrown like roughly 10 or so and got MVP. Yeah. And no, it isn't. It depends on the rest of the league. Stafford handoff up the middle, going to be Kyron Williams for about 3 or 4. Yeah. Typically there's a good handful of quarterbacks that throw like 10 and under. So you probably need to throw under that to get legitimate looks for MVP. And also like 40 plus touchdowns is probably like the target as well. Stafford get a quick throw this right side. That's incomplete on the tight end screen. So a 3rd and 6 coming up. But I was like, also at the same time, like if the entire league is struggling with quarterback play, the MVP would just not go to a quarterback that year. Because if 90% of quarterbacks are having a bad season, that means that means some team's running back is having an incredible season. If they're still gonna have success. Stafford in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and 6, looking to throw. Has time, pass deep, left side gonna be incomplete. Looking for Puka Nacua in the end zone. Great coverage from Mike Jackson, and it's 4th and 6. Yeah, but again, like the playoffs don't matter for MVP. All they can look at is because again, MVP voting doesn't ends right after week 18. So like all the hypotheticals about like how they would play in the postseason don't really matter for MVP voting. In fact, they don't at all. You can obviously have like some reporters that are like that thinking those hypotheticals, but at the end of the day, you only have the regular season stuff to look at. Harrison Mevis from 42 yards out, kick is up and good. The Rams retake the lead with 4:17 to play in the third. Yeah. Yeah, Drake May started all 18, but he also had 8 interceptions. Well, that's why they have Super Bowl MVP to be like the postseason MVP. You have the regular season MVP and you have Super Bowl MVP. Because that kind of like encapsulates the entire postseason, but more so the Super Bowl specifically. Because essentially, if you play really well in the postseason, your team's probably gonna win the Super Bowl, and thus you'll get Super Bowl MVP to kind of encapsulate that entire postseason run. It's just not like an official entire postseason thing. But that's where the differentiating comes in. One second. Yep. Dak might have played a full season. I don't remember if he got hurt or not. Yeah, I think Dak was every game, but he definitely threw a good chunk of interceptions. Hey, there's a UFL commercial again. Love it. Now, Monday night's game could be pretty interesting. Mainly because again, like, the Steelers have not lost in Pittsburgh on Monday night in a long time. Like that could be pretty interesting to see. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 3. Base out past the 15, past the 20, 25, past the 30, and down to the 31. Yeah. Monday night's going to be one of those games where it feels like the Texans should be able to handle, but really, who knows, just because of Steeler magic. And also, I think Herbert missed another game somewhere in there due to injury. Bo, I do think Bo played a full season, but he definitely threw 10 plus interceptions. All right, 1st and 10 for Carolina. 4:11 to play in the 3rd. They moved that up to the 46. Must have been a penalty against the Rams that it did not show. Young looking to throw. Pass left side can be caught by Rico Dowdle. Gets up to about midfield, maybe to 49. What was? Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct against the Rams on the kick return. Oh yeah, they call him taunting. It's so weird how they did not. So weird how they did not show the official call in that. All right. Achane would have to be a piece if you're gonna go get Jefferson. I think that would probably be their starting asking point would be Achane and like 2 first. It would just be way too much. Handoff up the middle, gonna go nowhere for Carolina. 3rd and 4 coming up. Yeah, it's gonna come down to that offense for Houston of just simply playing at a solid level. Oh yeah, okay. Young in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 4 from the Ram 48. Just under 3 minutes to play in the 3rd. Young looking to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Xavier Legette. Good coverage there to force that loose. And the Panthers will have to punt, maybe? They might go for it, honestly, with where they're at field position-wise. That's Roger McCreary on the pass breakup, and the Panthers have a choice to make here. This is a big-time 4th down. If you're not gonna extend Achane, then yeah, you would definitely want to get something out of him. If you're talking about Jefferson, the contract expiring, that's never gonna happen. They're gonna extend him for as long as they can. Young looking to throw on 4th and 4. Has some time, rolling to his right to buy more. Finally passing right side, and that is well off the mark and incomplete. The Panthers turn it over on downs, and that could be the difference maker in this game. The Rams will get the ball back up by 3. In good starting field position as they look to extend this lead. Big time 4th down stand for the Rams, and we can head to a commercial break with 2:46 to play in the quarter. You don't remember Kyler Murray's name is crazy. They're probably going to move on from Kyler Murray in the offseason, which their situation is somehow worse than Miami's, it feels. Not by much, but... No, Andy Dalton started a few games for Carolina. Mayfield got hurt, but I'm pretty sure he started every game. But Bridgewater did have some relief efforts. I'm pretty sure Mayfield started in every game. Yeah, I believe Trevor Lawrence started all 18 as well. Devontae Adams has been cleared from concussion protocol. All right. Still at commercial break. Just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, Goff was also an all 18 game thing. All right, Stafford under center, back behind him. We receive an option to the left. Gonna hand this off left side for Blake Corum, and that gets past midfield and down to about the 45. No, Goff played the full 60 against the Bears last week. All right, 2nd and 4. Stafford under center, back behind him. Play action looking to throw. Step into his left, trying to buy some time and stacked. Back at their own 45. It's a loss of 9. And it's a 3rd and 12 coming up for the Rams. Just no one was open. But so that's a case of you have to throw that away. All right, 3rd and 12. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. They need the Carolina 42. Stafford looking to throw. Has some time. Pass left side is intercepted. It's picked off by Mike Jackson as Stafford slightly underthrew Davante Adams. And the Panthers have their first turnover of the night. Davante Adams was opened. He needed to layer that one perfectly. Didn't quite do it. And the Panthers defense now makes their big time play of this game. I mean, it's there. Like it's so there. Davante Adams shakes Mike Jackson out of his shoes. But it only led to him being able to jump that route even better. Yeah, it's just, it needs to be higher. They very well might. If they can capitalize off of this turnover, they're going to be in a good spot. Young under center, back behind him, going to hand this off left side for Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. And again, I'm pretty sure you can also add Baker Mayfield to that list. Young in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Potentially the final play of the 3rd quarter. Young looking to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle is caught for the first and a whole lot more. The 30, 25, 20, 15, the 10, and out of bounds at the 8. It's Jalen Coker, who's having a career game in his first playoff action. It puts the Panthers at 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Just nothing fancy with it. Just an in-breaking route, and Coker uses his speed. Bryce Young puts it on the money, and the Panthers are in position to take the lead. As that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. Who will move on? The Panthers had a massive swing of momentum thanks to the Mike Jackson interception, followed up by the massive gain for Jalen Coker. It's a gain of 52 to end the third quarter, and we're at commercial break. Yeah. I mean, I still want to say the Rams because it's first and goal. Like, they still need to finish the drive. But man, the Panthers, they're making things difficult for this Rams offense right now. Their defense is playing a lot better than I expected. Yeah, this game is ending up being very interesting. And we still have one more tonight that could be just as interesting when the Bears and Packers face off, which I'm really hoping I have time in between games to get a proper drink, but we'll see. As yeah, Prime isn't even beginning their pregame stuff yet, it seems. Alright, we'll see. Yeah. I mean, it would be similar to like the Vikings last year. Obviously not the same, but we'll see. We're at commercial break, waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. Still got 15 minutes. All right, just getting back from commercial break for the start of the fourth quarter. Yeah, that linebacker was just not deep enough. All right, well, Carolina still has to finish this drive. They have 9 yards to go for the lead. Young under center, play action looking to throw. Rolling right, gonna dump this off right side for a gain of about 2. And Coker takes a massive hit there, and there's a penalty. Unless there's helmet-to-helmet contact, I do not see that being a penalty. He's in bounds when the hit's made. This might be one that they call off. Yeah, he's in bounds. Like, he's still in bounds. Nah, that's shoulder. Just maybe small amount. But no, he's definitely leading shoulder there. They're gonna say it's still necessary roughness. First and goal for Carolina. From the 3-yard line, I did not agree with that at all. Young under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle, and there's Chuba Hubbard. He is in. The Panthers have their first lead of the night. Chuba Hubbard from 3 yards out. The Panthers capitalize off the interception, and they're putting a lot of pressure now on the Rams. It's not for DC. Miami's going to be interviewing Saleh for a head coach position. I don't think he'll get the job. If you look at the other names Miami is interested in, apparently, for head coach, there is one very clear difference between Saleh and the others. That's probably going to be why Saleh's getting interviewed. Extra point is up, and it is good. As the Panthers capitalize off the interception, they now lead by 4. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't want Saleh for the job for Miami. I don't think it would work out. That difference is seemingly. Let me make sure I remember the names properly. But it's Rooney Rule stuff. Most of the other names that Miami is interested in, or like, would not allow Miami to pass for the Rooney Rule. Because there's other defensive minds they're interviewing. The difference is just that he's a person of color, and you need to interview at least one for the Rooney Rule. And Miami's already in massive trouble with the NFL potentially for stuff related to that, so you're not going to risk anything. But I think Miami has a very clear 2-3 names they really want, and anyone else is just a formality interviewing, and gives just seeing if maybe they could persuade them. Yeah. Which in that instance is where the Rooney Rule kind of backfires, but whatever. Yeah, no. Trust me, after the Flores situation, I'm not giving Miami any leeway on stuff like that. That was a mess. All right, just coming back from commercial break. How do the Rams respond, playing with a deficit for the first time today? I mean, I think Flores has gotten a single head coaching interview so far this cycle, which I understand why, because he's still actively suing the NFL for Rooney Rule related stuff. But Flores is gonna stay in Minnesota as long as they'll have him. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 10, spaced up past the 20, 25, and past the 30 to about the 34, 33. Yeah, why did I have to show that week 5 game against Miami? That was... Yeah, a lot of lead changes in the fourth quarter this season. All right, this is the big time drive for the Rams here. Can they capitalize? Can they respond? Stafford under center, back behind him too, receiving options to each side. Handoff right side for Puka Nacua. Gonna get about 4, maybe 5. Flores or Kubiak. Again, Flores is not the one you have to worry about leaving. It's Kubiak. All right, 2nd and 5. Stafford under center, back behind him too, receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Has time, pass over the middle, wide open is Devontae Adams. Past the 45 to 40 and out of bounds to the 39. Hey, that's the play the Rams have been looking for. A coach signing a lifetime contract? That would be crazy. I think that's only happened in the NBA. And there's a reason for that. All right, Stafford under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna hand this off right side for Kyron Williams, and that's a gain of about 1 yard. Yeah, I heard that Jerry Jones wants to retire with the most Super Bowls, which means he will need to win 4, which is not happening. And also, like, he's the owner. He can't technically, I mean, he can retire, but he can't technically retire. I think what he's more so referencing is his time as the pseudo GM of the Cowboys will come to an end when he wins more Super Bowls, but that's just not gonna happen. Yeah. Stafford quick pass right side on 2nd and 8. Gonna get up to the 30, a gain of 7 for Puka Nacua. So a 3rd and 1 coming up. Third and 1. "12 minutes to play in the game." He thought so. Stafford looking to throw in 3rd and 1. Has time. Pass deep. Right side is high and luckily incomplete. He had an open Puka Nacua. He overshot him to the point where Nacua needed to play defense to force it incomplete. There's another one of those passes that Stafford doesn't typically miss on. Because like if he throws that as a comeback route, which it seems like that was Puka's route on that play, they have 1st and goal. Instead, he threw that like it was a go ball. And Nacua had to play some great defense on it. There's a 4th and 1. The Rams offense is staying on the field. Stafford under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Man in motion left to right. Handoff up the middle. And that's going to be enough for the first. They get the 1 yard exactly. Yeah, it was in the defender's hands, but Nacua forced it loose. Hello. $11:20 to play in the game. Stafford under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Handoff up the middle once again, and there's room for Kyron Williams down to, was that the 17? No. Yeah, no, 22, 23 yard line. Just about. Gain of 6. All right, it's 11 minutes to play in the game. I might need to schedule the next stream at commercial break just to be safe. Stafford under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle once again, and that's going to be enough for the first. Gets 4 yards exactly. It's Kyron Williams once again on the carry. It also ends 27-24. I mean, that would mean a Rams win, so that'll keep my bracket alive for at least another week. Or at least another day. 4 hours maybe, depending on how the backers play. Like Stafford under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna QB sneak this as they ruled it a 3rd and inches. And now that will be enough for the first as he picks up 2. Under 10 minutes to play in the game. Oh, was it 28-31? I was thinking of a different game, yeah. Well, yeah, that's possible. Handoff left side for Puka Nacua on an end around. There's space inside the 15 and down to the 13. Didn't the Rams play a different game that ended 27-24? And they've been playing in a lot of one-score games this year. Oh yeah, that was their Falcons game. That's what. Yeah, it was the Falcons game. There's a different NFC South team. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Pass over the middle, caught by Williams. He's in. The Rams retake the lead. Kyren Williams from 13 yards out. And the Rams respond after the interception and giving up the lead pretty darn well. 8:47 to play in the game. Yeah, just a simple, not necessarily a Texas route. That's just like a corner route from the backfield. An in-breaking corner. Yeah, Stafford places that well, right in between the jumping Panthers. And Kyren Williams is home free from there. All right, the extra point. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Rams lead by 3. Yeah. Yeah, no going for 2 there. All right, we got about like 40 minutes until Bears-Packers apparently starts. Have they fucking started there? They have. Okay, cool. All right, so Prime has started their Twitch stream for that game. They're doing their pregame stuff. So in that regard, let me make sure that I'm set up. They have 8:47 to play in this one. Still at commercial break. All right, should be coming out of commercial break here soon. I'm just making sure I have the Packers and Bears stream all set up. So once this one ends, that will be good to go. Yep, just coming back from commercial break. And yeah, Puka Nacua saved that drive with that pass breakup. All right, so kickoff going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Panthers will begin from the 35. All right, that's good to go. Yeah, Brock Purdy versus Philly in his 2 starts against them. Pretty good. Young in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 35. Man in motion left to right. Young looking to throw. Pressure coming, and there's going to be a stoppage before this play. Penalty down. Probably going to be false start against Carolina. Yep, false start against Carolina. Going to make it a 1st and 15. All right, Young in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on their own 30 to begin this drive now after the false start. Young looking to throw. Has some time. Pass left side. Caught by Jalen Coker for a gain of about 3 or 4. So 2nd and 11. Young in shotgun, a back to each side. Going to send one of the backs in motion towards the right as Young will look to throw. Pass over the middle, caught by Coker once again. And he's going to lose about 2 this time. Couldn't find a lane on the receiver middle screen. So it's a 3rd and about 12 coming up. Maybe 13. With under 8 minutes to play in the game. Yeah, they're going to rule it a 3rd and 13. So 3rd and long for Carolina. All right, here we go. This is the big 3rd down. Young in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 13 from their own 32. Young looking to throw. Rams send pressure. Young pass, deep shot, right side for Coker is incomplete. Was placed perfectly in the bucket. Just couldn't hang on to it. The Panthers will go 3 and out. Like that ball is placed really well. Oh yeah, that ball is placed almost perfectly. Kobe Durant did not get a hand on that ball. It's just some untimely drops. So the Panthers will punt. All right, now for the Rams, a chance to put this game away potentially. Punt comes off clean, going to be fair caught at the 19. 7:14 to play in the game. If they can find the end zone, I'll go a long way. All right, 1st and 10 for the Rams. Stafford under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. And they hand this off left side, and that's going to be spaced to about the 23. So gain of roughly 4. It's Blake Corum on the carry. 7 minutes and counting to play in the game. And again, coming up next in roughly 30 minutes, the Bears take on the Packers for the 2nd NFC wildcard game. So 2nd and 6. Stafford under center, going to play action and look to throw. Panthers send pressure. Pass over the middle is caught by Puka Nacua down to the 38. A great catch through some traffic, and the Rams are getting closer and closer to midfield. That ball is placed really well. Maybe a bit of friendly fire there among some Panthers after that one also. It'll be 1st and 10. Yeah, J.C. Horn. Slow to get up after that one. He'll head to the sideline for a play or two. That's a big blow to this secondary. All right, 6:23 to play in the game. 1st and 10 for the Rams. So 1st and 10. Stafford under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Handoff up the middle, and there's going to be space past the 40 and pushing forward to the 45. There is a penalty down now as well. 6:04 to play in the game. It is holding against the Rams. Going to push them back 10. Replay 1st down. All right, 1st and 20. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on their own 29. Stafford looking to throw. Has time. Pass left side is going to be tipped and incomplete. Looking for Devontae Adams. 2nd and 20 coming up. Mike Jackson having himself an incredible night for Carolina. So 2nd and 20. Stafford in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw. Stafford rolling right, going to dump this off for Blake Corum, who's going to break off 1 tackle and get a gain of about 4. All right, ruled it a gain of 3, so it's 3rd and 17 for the Rams. Stafford's at only 50% completion on the game right now. 5 minutes to play. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. They're going to need roughly midfield. Stafford looking to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle is caught. Gets past the 40 and down to the 42. Not enough for the first. But still, they're going to be able to kill this clock some more and hopefully pin the Panthers deep. And going to leave it up to their defense. It's a 4th and 7. The Rams will punt. Now, Carolina did muff a punt earlier in this game. Is there a chance it happens again? Oh, that punt's blocked! The punt's blocked and Carolina has it well into Ram territory. Never mind. So much for muffed punts. We get blocked punts in the second half. .412 to play, and the Panthers are in prime position to at least tie things up. Is off that left side. They left him 1-on-1, and he just blew past that blocker. Yeah, I don't know what that blocker was doing. He led him through. It's Isaiah Simmons who gets the block. And now it's Panther ball on the Ram 30. Young and shotgun back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left. Young gonna pass this quick left side. Has space for McMillan down to about the 15. Yeah, there's a ton of blocked kicks this year. It's crazy. All right, 1st and 10 from the Ram 15. Though at the same time, like the Rams are gonna have time to retake the lead once they get the ball back. Unless Carolina wants to really try and draw out this clock, but I don't think they won't be able to now. Young and shotgun back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Chuba Hubbard. He gets inside the 10 and finally stood up near the 7, maybe. By the okay. Okay. Yeah, it may be time to get animal control back on the line then. Because now that you have that to tell them, probably will take the situation a bit more seriously. Young under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Fakes the toss left, throws back right side. That's tipped and incomplete. 3rd and 3 coming up. Third and 3. .243 to play in the game. Young in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. To get the snap off in time as Young looks to throw. Pass left side for the end zone is Jalen Coker. Touchdown Carolina. They take the lead with 2:39 to play. Taking advantage of the blocked punt to go up by 3, potentially 4. A beautiful pass from Bryce Young. And Bank of America Stadium is going crazy off that. That is placed perfectly. But Bryce Young is outperforming Matthew Stafford in this game. The extra point is up, and the Panthers lead by 4. What a way to start the playoffs. But the Rams still have plenty of time. 2:39 to play. All they need is a touchdown. This is the moment for Matthew Stafford and this Rams offense. Been a bit sluggish most of this game. This is the moment. .239. And all 3 timeouts. And the Rams have plenty of time. But it's going. This is the drive. This is your moment. Yeah, it comes down to this Carolina defense. The Rams have allowed defensive or special teams touchdowns in 4 of 5 losses this season. Each of their 4 road losses involved a defense or special teams related touchdown. Kickoff going to be returned beginning from the 8. Base pass to 25 and out of bounds near the 28. So the Rams will start from there. 2:34. Need the end zone. You're in full on 4-down territory the rest of the way. Stafford in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on their own 29. Stafford looking to throw. Pass left side. Going to be caught by Puka Nacua up to about the 36. Second and 3. Stafford in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side looking to throw once again. Pass left side, caught by Davante Adams, and he gets down near the 45, maybe 46. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. The Rams moving the ball pretty well early on in this drive. They need a touchdown for the lead. What will most likely be a trip to... What would be the most likely situation? Most likely a trip to Chicago? Potentially on the line? Who knows? Maybe if tonight's game goes weird, we could see one of these two teams hosting a divisional round game. But we shall see. We're at commercial break. At commercial break. Well, no, again, MVP voting is already finalized. That ended this past Monday. This game has no impact for MVP. Like, Stafford could still win it. But we'll see. Still at commercial break, waiting for the final 2 minutes in this one. Yeah, more Fear Factor commercials. All right, the final 2 minutes. Yeah, they could. And it would be very interesting to see them host a divisional round game. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Ball on their own 46. Stafford looking to throw once again. Pass right side, caught by Davante Adams. He's past midfield and down to the 48. So 48 yards stand between the Rams and moving on to the divisional round. Potentially. They're letting the clock run a bit here as well. Stafford in shotgun looking to throw once again. Quick pass right side, caught with space inside the 35 and down to about the 30 for Puka Nacua. Panthers are playing a bit soft coverage here. They're playing man coverage, but they're like 10 yards back on Puka and Davante Adams. That's too much space. Stafford in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw once again. Quick pass, left side is dropped by Devontae Adams, who once again had plenty of space surrounding him. Just couldn't hang on to this pass. So 2nd and 10 coming up. 1:04 to play in the game. Yeah, that hits him in the chest. That's one he needs to come down with. Even if it's not the most perfect of throws, it's still catchable. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, making some adjustments at the line. 30 yards out from the end zone. Stafford looking to throw. Quick pass right side, caught with space for a first inside the 20 to the 18. It's Canada Mumfield on the reception. And they're still letting this clock run under 50 seconds now. 1st and 10. Stafford in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Stafford, pass right side. It's caught by Colby Parkinson. Touchdown Rams with 38 seconds to go. What a catch. Going up and mossing him with that. The Rams take the lead with 38 seconds. That ball was placed where only Parkinson could come down with it. He does just that and finds a way to break the pylon here. What a touch. Matthew Stafford does it again. Matthew Stafford does it again. Yeah, field goal was set up overtime. Assuming that this extra point goes in. Extra point is up and it's right down the middle. If the score holds, it would be Matthew Stafford's 54th all-time game-winning drive, which is by far the most in the NFL. Going against former Raider Trevon Moehrig. Colby Parkinson, man. He's having a great season, and that's going to cap it off. Yeah, Panthers have all their time out. They have plenty of time. But they're going against this Rams defense, which has been rough the entire game. But this is the moment where this Rams defense is gonna be looking to shine the most. A 7-play, 71-yard drive, capped off with a 19-yard touchdown for Colby Parkinson. As soon as I'm hoping for no overtime, because as soon as this game ends, I need to run downstairs and get a drink for tonight's game. All right, kickoff underway. This is going to be returned, beginning from the 4. Face past the 20, past the 25, and out of bounds at the 29. I'm not sure what field goal range is for Ryan Fitzpatrick. I believe his career long is like roughly 57. So you'll be looking for the 40-yard line. Bryce Young has 12 game-winning drives in his 14 career wins. Are you kidding me? Young in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 32 seconds. Ball on their own 28. Young looking to throw. Pressure coming. Rolling left. Buying time. Pass. Left side is incomplete. A little bit off the mark. 2nd and 10 coming up. 25 seconds. Again, this is where the Rams defense loves to shine the most. Young alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Panthers need roughly 32 yards for field goal range. Young looking to throw. Pressure coming. Rolling left. Buying time. Looking downfield. Passes incomplete. Looking for Jalen Coker. Did not get enough into it as he was throwing crossbody. 3rd and 10 with 17 seconds. Yeah, they have the timeout, so they don't necessarily need a big gain. But yeah, now at this point, you're probably hoping for about 20, 15 to 20 minimum on the pickup here, even though you only need 10 for the first, but just to make things a bit more manageable. Young in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Young looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass left side is off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Jimmy Horn Jr. And the first playoff game comes down to a 4th and 10 with 12 seconds to play. I mean, yeah, you can't punt. You have to go for it. There's not enough time left to punt. So 4th and 10. Bryce Young in shotgun, back to his right, and the Rams will call their first timeout. You can't run the ball here. You straight up can't. Unless it's Bryce Young on a scramble, you cannot run the ball here. You need to get to about midfield on this play. And the quickest way to do that is by throwing it. And again, as soon as this game ends, we have Packers and Bears in about 13 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, because it's 4th and 10. You need a pass here to try and pick up the first. All right. Bryce Young in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. They need the 38 to keep their season alive. Play clock winding down. Young looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass right side is dropped. Incomplete. The Rams will move on and wait for the outcomes of this weekend to see who they'll match up with. They hang on. They survive Carolina. They get their rematch. They get their win. Jimmy Horn Jr. had the space, but just drops it. Oh, if he hangs on to that, he had room down the sideline. And the Panthers season, still a really good season for Carolina. Getting to host a playoff game, be getting this experience in. They're gonna be a fun team to watch next year. But the Rams hang on that much longer. And all we'll take is one more kneel down. Yeah. And Matthew Stafford has his 54th career game-winning drive in fourth quarter / overtime. And there's your knee down. The Rams are back into the divisional round once again. They will wait for the outcomes of this weekend to see who they play. That's a great way for the playoffs to start. We have one more great game tonight, hopefully with the Bears and Packers kicking off in about 10 minutes. I'll quickly sign off here. That stream should be set up. I'm going to go get a drink and get ready for that. Hope to see you all there. Hope to see you all there. If not, have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.